That nagging feeling you can't shake about your life? You know the one. You wake up most mornings feeling like something's missing, like you're meant for something bigger, something more meaningful, but you have no idea what that is or how to find it. Here's what nobody tells you about finding your purpose in life. It's not hiding in some mystical place waiting to be discovered. It's not a single moment of clarity that hits you like lightning. And it definitely doesn't require you to quit your job tomorrow and become a monk in Tibet. What I'm about to share with you is going to challenge everything you think you know about how to find your purpose. We are going to break down the real difference between purpose, calling, and mission, because most people confuse these and end up more lost than when they started. We'll explore the internal clues your soul is already giving you, the external signs the world is showing you, and most importantly, how to overcome the mental blocks that keep you stuck in confusion. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap for discovering not just what you're meant to do, but who you're meant to become. And here's the thing that might surprise you most. Your purpose isn't some grand, world-changing mission that you have to figure out perfectly from day one. It's actually much more accessible and practical than you think. If this resonates with you already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our other videos on personal growth and finding your authentic path. But first, let's talk about why this search for meaning feels so urgent and sometimes overwhelming. You're not broken if you feel lost about your life direction. You're not behind if you're in your 30s, 40s, or beyond and still asking these questions. This restlessness, this hunger for something more meaningful, is actually a sign that you're growing and evolving as a human being. The challenge is that we live in a culture that treats finding your purpose like it's some kind of career choice you make once and stick with forever. That's not how purpose works, and that's not how life works. Purpose is dynamic. It evolves as you evolve. What calls to you at 25 might be completely different from what calls to you at 45. And that's not only normal, it's healthy. So let's start by getting clear on what we're actually talking about when we say purpose, calling, and mission. These terms get thrown around interchangeably, but they're actually three distinct things that work together to create a meaningful life. Your purpose is your why. It's the deeper reason you're here, the values that drive you, the impact you want to have on the world. Purpose is usually broader and more philosophical. It might be something like helping people heal, creating beauty in the world, or bringing more justice to your community. Purpose is about the energy and intention you bring to everything you do. Your calling is the what. These are the specific activities, roles, or areas of focus that align with your purpose. Your calling might be teaching, writing, building businesses, raising children, or creating art. You might have multiple callings throughout your life, or even multiple callings at the same time. Callings are how your purpose expresses itself in the practical world. Your mission is the how. This is the specific way you're going to fulfill your calling right now. If your purpose is helping people grow and your calling is teaching, your mission might be creating online courses, writing books, or mentoring individuals one-on-one. Missions are concrete and actionable. They can change as you learn and grow. Understanding these distinctions is crucial because most people get stuck trying to figure out their entire life mission when they haven't even clarified their underlying purpose. It's like trying to choose a specific route before you know your destination. Now let's explore the internal clues that can help you identify your purpose and calling. Your body and your emotions are constantly giving you information about what aligns with your authentic self and what doesn't. The problem is that most of us have been trained to ignore these signals in favor of what we think we should want or what other people expect from us. Think about the activities that make you lose track of time. What are you doing when hours feel like minutes? This state is called flow, and it's one of the most reliable indicators of alignment with your natural gifts and interests. Flow happens when your skills meet an appropriate level of challenge in an area that genuinely interests you. But here's what's important. Flow doesn't always happen during traditionally productive activities. You might experience flow while having deep conversations with friends, organizing spaces, solving problems, or even playing games. Don't dismiss these experiences because they don't seem serious or career-worthy. These moments of natural engagement are telling you something important about how you're wired. Pay attention to what topics and ideas fascinate you. What do you find yourself reading about, watching videos about, or discussing with friends, even when you don't have to? What subjects make you curious and energized rather than drained? Your natural interests are breadcrumbs leading you toward your calling. Notice what you were drawn to as a child, before the world told you what was practical or realistic. Children are naturally aligned with their authentic interests because they haven't learned to edit themselves yet. Obviously, you don't need to become an astronaut just because you loved space as a kid, but that fascination with exploration, discovery, or science might still be calling to you in a more mature form. Look at your natural talents and strengths, but don't just focus on the ones that are obvious or that other people praise. What comes easily to you that seems difficult for others? What do people often ask for your help with? Sometimes our greatest gifts feel so natural to us that we don't recognize them as special. But here's something crucial that most career advice misses. Your purpose isn't just about what you're good at. It's about what you're good at that also energizes you and creates value for others. Being talented at something doesn't automatically make it part of your calling if it drains your energy or doesn't contribute to your sense of meaning. Think about your core values. What principles are non-negotiable for you? What kinds of environments, people, and situations bring out your best self versus your worst self? Your values are like a compass pointing toward your purpose. If you value creativity, collaboration, and helping others grow, those values will need to be reflected in whatever calling you pursue. Now let's look at the external clues the world is giving you about your purpose and calling. While your internal signals tell you about your interests and gifts, external clues tell you about where those gifts are needed and valued. What problems in the world genuinely bother you? What injustices make you angry? What struggles do you see people facing that you wish you could help solve? Your sensitivity to certain problems often indicates where your purpose lies. The things that break your heart are often the things you're meant to help heal. But don't think that means you have to tackle global poverty or cure cancer to have a meaningful purpose. Maybe what bothers you is seeing people struggle with organization or watching friends make the same relationship mistakes over and over, or noticing how stressed everyone is in your workplace. Small problems are still real problems, and solving them is still meaningful work. Pay attention to who you feel naturally drawn to help. Is it children, elderly people, entrepreneurs, students, parents, or people going through specific challenges? The populations that call to your heart often indicate where your gifts are most needed and where you'll find the most fulfillment. Notice what kind of impact you want to make. Do you want to help individuals transform their lives, create systems that help groups of people, or build something that will last beyond your lifetime? Do you want to work directly with people, or do you prefer to create tools, content, or environments that support others indirectly? There's no right answer here, only what feels authentic to you. Look at the intersection between your internal gifts and external needs. This is where your calling usually lives. If you're naturally good at explaining complex ideas, and you notice that people in your field struggle to understand certain concepts, teaching or writing might be part of your calling. If you're gifted at seeing potential in people and you're surrounded by individuals who lack confidence, mentoring or coaching might call to you. Consider the feedback you get from others, but filter it through your own sense of alignment. When people say you should consider a certain career or role, pay attention, but don't automatically accept their suggestions. Sometimes others can see our gifts more clearly than we can, but sometimes they're projecting their own values and interests onto us. Think about the legacy you want to leave. When you're at the end of your life looking back, what would make you feel like your time here mattered? What contribution would make you proud? This isn't about fame or recognition. It's about the difference you want to make in the lives of others and in the world. Now let's address the blocks that keep people stuck in the search for purpose. These mental and emotional barriers are often more challenging than the actual process of discovering your calling. The first major block is the belief that your purpose has to be one grand, world-changing thing. This perfectionist approach to purpose keeps people paralyzed because they're waiting for some earth-shattering revelation that may never come. Purpose can be expressed through simple everyday activities. Raising children with love and wisdom is a profound purpose. Creating a business that treats employees well is a meaningful purpose. Making your neighborhood a little more beautiful is a valuable purpose. Another common block is the fear that following your calling means giving up security or disappointing other people. These are legitimate concerns that deserve serious consideration, but they shouldn't prevent you from exploring your purpose altogether. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow to start living more purposefully. You can begin by incorporating elements of your calling into your current life, pursuing it as a side project, or gradually transitioning over time. Many people struggle with confusion because they have multiple interests and can't figure out which one is their true calling. Here's the truth: you don't have to choose just one. Your purpose might be expressed through several different callings over the course of your life, or even simultaneously. The Renaissance ideal of having one specific expertise is outdated. Many of the most fulfilled people I know have what we call a portfolio career, where they engage in multiple meaningful activities that all serve their broader purpose. Societal expectations create another significant block. You might have internalized messages about what kinds of work are valuable, respectable, or worth pursuing. Maybe you were told that following your passion is unrealistic, or that meaningful work doesn't pay well, or that you should be grateful for any job at all. These messages can keep you from even considering what you actually want to do with your life. The comparison trap is particularly toxic when it comes to finding your purpose. Social media makes it easy to compare your behind-the-scenes struggle with other people's highlight reels. You see others who seem to have figured out their calling perfectly, and you feel like you're behind or broken. Remember that most people are figuring it out as they go, even the ones who seem certain about their path. Another block is the belief that you're too old, too young, too inexperienced, or too stuck to make a change. Purpose doesn't have an expiration date. Some people discover their calling in their 70s. Others recognize it early, but don't have the resources or maturity to pursue it until later. Your timeline is your timeline, and it doesn't have to match anyone else's. Fear of failure keeps many people from even trying to explore their purpose. What if you pursue something meaningful and it doesn't work out? What if you're not good enough? What if you waste time and money? These fears are understandable, but they often prevent people from taking even small steps toward greater fulfillment. Here's something that might surprise you. Finding your purpose isn't usually a single moment of clarity. It's more often a gradual process of exploration, experimentation, and refinement. This journey approach is actually much more realistic and sustainable than waiting for a lightning bolt revelation. Think of it like dating. You don't expect to meet the perfect partner on the first try and live happily ever after without any effort. You date different people, learn what you like and don't like, grow and change, and gradually become clearer about what kind of relationship serves you. Finding your calling works the same way. Start with experimentation rather than commitment. Try things that interest you without needing to know if they're your ultimate calling. Take a class, volunteer for a cause you care about, start a small side project, or have conversations with people doing work that intrigues you. Each experiment gives you information about what energizes you and what doesn't. Pay attention to what you learn about yourself through these experiments. Maybe you discover that you love the creative process but hate the business side of things. Maybe you find that you prefer working in small groups rather than large audiences. Maybe you realize that you need more autonomy than a traditional job provides. All of this information helps you refine your search. Be willing to pivot and evolve. Your first attempt at living your purpose probably won't be perfect, and that's completely normal. You might start out thinking you want to be a coach and discover that you're more drawn to writing. You might begin by helping individuals and realize you're more effective working with organizations. Each iteration teaches you something valuable. Create small experiments that don't require major life changes. If you're interested in teaching, You could offer to train new employees at your current job or volunteer to teach a skill at a community center. If you're drawn to writing, you could start a blog or contribute to your company's newsletter. These low-risk experiments let you test your interests without disrupting your entire life. Build a bridge between where you are now and where you want to go. Most successful career transitions happen gradually rather than all at once. You might spend evenings and weekends developing skills in your area of interest while maintaining your current income. You might look for ways to incorporate more meaningful elements into your existing job. You might save money and make connections while you prepare for a larger transition. Remember that clarity comes through action, not just thinking. You can spend years trying to figure out your purpose through introspection and analysis, but you'll learn more about yourself through 1 month of actually trying something new. Action generates data that pure thinking cannot provide. Seek out mentors and role models who are living in alignment with their purpose. You don't necessarily need formal mentoring relationships. You can learn from books, podcasts, interviews, and online content created by people whose paths inspire you. Pay attention to their stories, their struggles, and their strategies. Notice that most of them didn't have it all figured out from the beginning. Build a support network of people who encourage your growth and exploration. This might include friends, family members, coaches, or online communities. Having people in your corner who believe in your potential makes the journey much less lonely and scary. Speaking of support, if you're finding value in this video, consider sharing it with a friend who might be struggling with these same questions about their life direction. Sometimes the best gift we can give someone is helping them discover their own path to meaningful work. Stay connected to your why throughout the process. When you're experimenting with different callings and missions, it's easy to get caught up in the practical details and lose sight of your deeper purpose. Regularly remind yourself of the values and impact that drive you. This connection to your why will help you navigate challenges and make decisions along the way. Be patient with yourself and the process. Finding and living your purpose is not a problem to be solved quickly. It's a lifelong journey of growth, discovery, and contribution. Some seasons of your life will be more focused on exploration, others on deep engagement with a specific calling. Both are valuable and necessary. Embrace the uncertainty and the adventure. The search for purpose is actually one of the most exciting and meaningful adventures you can undertake. It's an opportunity to discover who you really are, what you're capable of, and how you can contribute to the world. Instead of seeing the uncertainty as a problem, try to see it as an opportunity for growth and surprise. Here's something that's crucial to understand. You don't have to have your entire life figured out to start living more purposefully. You can begin right now, wherever you are, with whatever resources you have. Purpose isn't a destination you arrive at someday. It's a way of approaching life that you can start practicing immediately. Look for ways to bring more meaning to whatever you're currently doing. If you're in a job that doesn't feel like your ultimate calling, you can still approach it with purpose by focusing on how you serve others, how you can grow and learn, and how you can make your workplace a little better. Purpose is as much about how you do things as it is about what you do. Start paying attention to the moments when you feel most alive and engaged. These moments are clues pointing toward your purpose. Maybe it's when you're helping a colleague solve a problem, organizing an event, or having a deep conversation with a friend. These experiences of alignment and energy are valuable data about what calls to you. Begin to see challenges and setbacks as part of your purpose journey rather than obstacles to it. Often, the difficulties we face become the source of our greatest contributions. The problems you've overcome, the skills you've developed through struggle, and the wisdom you've gained from hard experiences can all become part of how you serve others. Trust yourself and your unique path. You are the expert on your own life, your own interests, and your own sense of meaning. While it's valuable to seek advice and learn from others, ultimately you have to trust your own inner knowing about what feels right for you. Your purpose will be as unique as you are, and that's exactly as it should be. Remember that finding your purpose isn't just about you. When you discover and live your calling, you're not only fulfilling your own potential, you're contributing something valuable to the world. Your unique combination of gifts, experiences, and perspectives means that you have something to offer that no one else can provide in quite the same way. The world needs what you have to give, even if you're not sure yet what that is. Your restlessness, your questions, your search for something more meaningful, these are all signs that you have something important to contribute. Trust that process, be patient with yourself, and keep moving forward one step at a time. Your purpose is not hiding from you. It's revealing itself through your interests, your values, your natural gifts, and your response to the world around you. You don't have to wait until you have perfect clarity to start living more purposefully. You can begin today by paying attention to what energizes you, what problems you care about solving, and what kind of impact you want to make. The journey in finding your calling is not a race or a competition. It's an ongoing conversation between who you are and what the world needs. Stay curious, stay open, and trust that each step you take in the direction of greater meaning and alignment is valuable, even if you can't see the complete path ahead. Your purpose is waiting for you to discover it, not somewhere out there, but within the intersection of your authentic self and your desire to contribute to something greater than yourself. The world is ready for what you have to offer. The question is, are you ready to begin the adventure of finding out what that is? If this video helped shift your perspective on finding your purpose, make sure to check out our other videos on the channel where we explore topics like overcoming limiting beliefs, building confidence, and creating the life you actually want. And if you know someone who's been asking these same questions about their life direction, share this video with them. Your support helps us reach more people who are ready to discover their authentic path.